to work in a full-time job with a degree. What? Like, where did time go? Like, I literally started vlogging when I was in high school, and now I'm like not even in college anymore. Whoa. I'm having a moment. Give me a second. I'll be back. Hey beautiful people, I'm Juliet and I am making this video. It's happening. As you saw by the title of this video, I am moving. It is not clickbait. I am moving states, which it's so crazy for me to even think about it. No, I have to make this video. So, okay, how do I even start? I don't know why there's just, a lot of emotions going into this decision, into this season of my life. And I want to share it with you because the way that everything has happened, the way that God has opened these incredible doors is something that I can't just keep inside. Just to like share all the amazing things that have happened, including the hard stuff too. This video is mostly just to talk about how everything started and what led me to make this move to begin with. And then I'm making a separate video about how I really feel about the move. I've known I'm moving for about a month-ish, and I have been filming all the ups and downs of the transition. Most of the time I have been filming the hard stuff, like when I sob. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna be real with myself and I'm gonna film it. So that video is coming. This is a lot of tears, so if you don't want to see it, that's okay. You can just continue watching this video for now, which I talk about all the amazing stuff that have been happening. So bear with me as I try to like walk us through what has happened, because if I sit and think about it for too long, I might just like burst in tears of happiness and fear and all the feelings mixed in there. So back in November of last year, I kind of felt the first tug toward Texas. I kind of left it alone. It wasn't kind of like a big deal, but that was the first time that I even like felt like sort of a tug, that I was like, oh, Texas. But I had only been once, and it was for like a weekend, and I was in the convention center the whole time, so I hadn't really visited Texas like for real. I was praying about it like in my head, but I wasn't actively seeking God in direction in terms of Texas at all. And then in February, I just kind of felt God putting it in my heart again, and he gave me specific instructions, and he was like, I want you to go these specific days, and I want you to seek me, and I'll give you answers when you get there. Super random. I did so. I went those 3 days, and the first day that I got there, I felt it in my heart. God was like, this is gonna be your home eventually. Eventually. Not the same year. He said eventually, but we know how the story goes. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So again, kind of kept it inside, not because I was scared or doubtful, but just because I didn't have a timeline. I wasn't really stressing it. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there type of situation. In April of this year, my mentors that I love so much, they moved there to begin a church called the Freedom House that is just incredible. Just God is in that. So then I went in July to lead worship for this vision night that they were having, and in that trip so much changed. I was like, this feels a lot like home. I started to meet people. It just felt right for me to be there, and I was like, this is really soon. Immediately all the human doubts start to come in, and it doesn't make a lot of sense and all these things, but I was like, you know what, God, I have so much in Orlando, but whenever you say go, I'll go. And then that night I got a prophetic word, and it was just amazing, and it talked about all my doubts and how God is gonna take care of it. And so it was just, again, confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. Like, also the sense of peace that I had when I was there was genuinely unreal. So I was like, this is definitely a sign from God. They told me they wanted me to come once a month to do something called the Freedom Night and do worship there. So I was like, amazing. So I went in September, confirmation. I went in October, confirmation. And at this point I was like, I know I'm moving. So I was like vocally saying, yeah, I'm moving here. I just don't know when. And then I was like, okay, God, I'm not really praying about a time frame of when this is happening. Maybe I should start praying about when you would want me to, because I need a job and I need obviously all these things. I graduate in December. Again, it was just one of those things that I was praying about, but I wasn't like, to be honest, I wasn't like, I'm gonna fast about this or anything like that. I was just praying, and then being available to God really is what was happening in this situation, because my life here was going so fast at the same time. Like, I was super heavily involved here, and so I was just being faithful in my servanthood and putting, you know, everything that I could on the table and just being available. And then when I was in Texas, I was putting all my efforts into that too, like serving, and that's all I was doing. And then I was going to school full time. I do want to make a side note. I'm talking about it as if it was like magical. It wasn't. It has been one of the hardest few months of my life. This season has been so hard, because just as much as God has been, you know, speaking to me and directing me and opening all these amazing doors, the enemy has been extra annoying because he doesn't like it. And so I have struggled so much with like anxiety, doubts at times, like, is this really what I should be doing? Like all these things. And then God comes in and he reconfirms and he opens new doors and he makes me feel better. And then the enemy comes in and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. There was a lot of just, you know, you get me. So a lot of that was happening. And if you're close to me, I'm so sorry, like I really am. A few days before I left for my November trip, I filmed a video, which if you haven't seen, I'll link it above in the iCard. But it's pretty much me talking about, I don't even remember what, to be honest. I was talking about something important. What was it? Oh, I had left YouTube and I was coming back on YouTube. Hi, I'm on YouTube again. And I get a phone call that I had kind of been expecting, but not really. I was just praying that week a lot and I was fasting, and I was like, God, whenever you open a door, I'll know that's my time to go, because I don't know when you're calling me. I'm planning for next summer, but really I'm just planning for next summer because that sounds safe. I get literally a call like a day after I start praying that. So I'm like, okay. So I answered the call, and pretty much well, now my boss offered me this job that was kind of unreal and was like, if you want it, it's yours. Like, it's a job for you if you want it. And my thing was like, well, I don't have a place to stay. And so doors opened and I have my own apartment, which is literally insane. That was not English, I'm sorry. So I have a job and I have my own apartment, all within like 10 minutes. But also all within a day of praying and fasting about it. Like, the way God opened those doors, I was like, what? But immediately I hang up and all this doubt comes in. I'm like, wait, am I making the right decision? Wait, this is too fast. Wait, whatever. Because one of the things he told me was, if you want the job, it's yours, but you need to start working as soon as possible. So I was like, okay, I graduate in December. Can I come after I graduate? And he's like, yes, but it has to be December. And I was like, okay. So I spoke to my parents. One of the hardest conversations I've ever had, because like I was terrified. And then I went in my room and I prayed, and I felt just this rush of peace in God's presence. And I was like, this is probably the scariest thing I'm ever going to do. Well, I have done so far in my life. I'm young. I was like terrified, and God just gave me this rush of peace. And I spoke to some of my friends and they were all like, you literally have to do this. Like, this is God, and you can't just pray for something and then God answers your prayer and then you ignore it because it defeats the whole purpose. So I was like, you know what? Okay. So then 2 days later, I went to Texas for another freedom night. I spoke to now my boss, and it took me about like 2.5 weeks to like be really sold on the whole idea, because every day I would wake up either feeling super doubtful, and then throughout the day I'd feel great, or sometimes I would wake up feeling great, and then throughout the day I would get really doubtful. It kind of got to the point where I felt bad asking for confirmation, because I was like, you have given me enough. Like, I don't need to be asking you for more confirmation. So now I'm here, and I'm moving. Like, I'm moving 3 days from filming this video, and I haven't packed anything. I don't even know what else to say. I didn't think any further into this video other than just telling you guys what happened. It has been hard, like really hard, but it's also been so incredible to feel like the hand of God in my life the way that I felt it this past few weeks, where I have like been making tough decisions. There's been times that I have been angry at God. I know that sounds actually insane, but angry at like the timing, because this is totally out of my comfort zone. Like, if I could have had it my way, I would have waited until summer of next year and then just like had time to like figure it out and whatever. But taking this leap of faith and literally allowing God to do his thing, and I just follow and just trusting him literally blindly. Although I do have a job and I have been responsible in my move, but like with everything, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna move my whole life, and I'm leaving my parents' house. Like, this is it. Has been so scary and so like weird, but it has also brought me so much peace because I know that like I'm in God's will, and that is the best feeling in the world. I can't explain what it feels like, to be honest. I'm making this video because I want to document it. Fun fact, and I've been thinking about this often. When I was 11 years old, the same thing happened. My dad heard from God, and in a month we went from living in Puerto Rico my whole life to moving to Florida, and that was 11 years ago. I was 11, I'm 22 now, and now literally at the age of 22, I'm moving somewhere else, but I'm moving on my own type of thing, and it's just crazy how God has done that. It's no like surprise to me that God would do something like that, especially how it happened. Like it literally was within a month that God was like, you're going to go, and we went, and it was the best decision ever because I have so many beautiful things here that like I needed to be here for, and now I made the decision on my own. Like the decision my dad made for my whole family, I made it on my own for my life, to do it and like to take a leap of faith and go. Like, isn't that crazy? I don't know how I'm not sobbing right now. If you wanna follow closely like the journey of my life changing, I'm gonna document a lot of that and a lot of just the truth of how I feel about that, because I know for a fact it's not gonna be easy, and I know for a fact it's gonna be hard at times, but I'm excited to see God's hand in this season, in the good and the bad. So I'm gonna document it. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that, because I'm gonna be posting on this channel. I am also gonna be probably documenting a lot of my stuff on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do that. And if you don't follow my music like page on Instagram, go ahead and follow that, because I'll be posting little songs in my new apartment. Being cute. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. To wish me the best of luck and blessings in my life. Really? I got you. You like that? It's literally, oh, I'm gonna miss him the most. Like, it's not even funny. Look at him, he's so cute. I'm gonna miss you the most. Come here, say hi to the YouTubes. I'm gonna miss this guy so freaking much. He's like, why are you touching me right now? So yeah, anyway, do you wanna help me say goodbye to the YouTubes? Say thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see videos. I don't know when, because your girl is moving now, so it might be hard. Good job. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.